Martin Lawrence lifestyle and net worth. Martin Fitzgerald Lawrence, born on April 16, 1965, is an American actor and comedian. He came to fame during the 1990s, establishing a Hollywood career as a leading actor. He got his start playing Maurice Warfield in What's Happening Now, 1987 to 1988. He was a leading actor in the Fox television sitcom Martin, The Bad Boys franchise, and House Party, Boomerang, Eighth in Line Between Love and Hate, Nothing to Lose, Life, Blue Streak, Big Mama's House, Black Knight, Open Season, and Wild Hogs. He has a net worth of approximately $110 million. Having said that, let's roll. Martin Lawrence's early life. The fourth of six children, Martin Fitzgerald Lawrence was born on April 16, 1965, in Frankfurt, West Germany. His father, John Lawrence, was serving in the U.S. military at the time of his birth. Lawrence's first and middle names were named after civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and U.S. President John F. Kennedy, respectively. When Lawrence was 7, his father left the military, and the family moved from West Germany back to the United States, settling in the Washington District of Columbia area in the town of Landover, Maryland. Lawrence's mother had moved her and her 6 children into the troubled King Square housing projects, where he would attend Dodge Park Elementary. Following his parents' divorce when he was 8 years old, Lawrence rarely saw his father, who was a police officer, serving as the police chief for the Franklin D. Roosevelt VA Medical Center in Montrose, New York. His mother, Clora née Bailey, worked several jobs, including as a sales representative and cashier at various department stores to support her family. Small for his size growing up in the projects, Lawrence often engaged in street fights with other kids. He stated that it was his mother and older brothers that kept him out of jail, where most of his childhood friends ended up. During his teen years, Lawrence excelled at boxing. While living in Fort Washington, Maryland, Lawrence attended Eleanor Roosevelt High School and Friendly High School, and became a Mid-Atlantic Golden Gloves boxing contender. Martin Lawrence's personal life, relationships, and family. Lawrence was engaged to actress Lark Voorhees in 1993. He married Miss Virginia USA, Patricia Southall, in 1995. Lawrence and Southall have a daughter, Jasmine Page. Born on January 15, 1996, they divorced in 1997, and Lawrence began a relationship with Shamika Gibbs. The couple married on July 10, 2010, at Lawrence's Beverly Hills home. Actors Eddie Murphy and Denzel Washington were among the 120 wedding guests. Lawrence and Gibbs have 2 daughters, Iana Faith, born November 9, 2000, and Amara Trinity, born on August 20, 2002. On April 25, 2012, Lawrence filed for divorce from Gibbs, citing irreconcilable differences and asking for joint legal and physical custody of the children. Lawrence owns a farm near Purcellville, Virginia. For several years, he owned a large mansion in the Beverly Park community in Beverly Hills, where he wedded Gibbs. However, following their divorce, the property was available for lease at $200,000 per month in June 2012. In 2013, the property was up for sale for $26.5 million, and eventually he sold it for $17.2 million to Bruce Makowski, buying an Encino, Los Angeles property for $6.63 million. Martin Lawrence arrests, lawsuits, and health problem. In July 1995, while on the set filming Eighth in Line Between Love and Hate, Lawrence lashed out in a violent rage and was then hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. On May 8, 1996, he became increasingly erratic and was arrested after he brandished a pistol in the middle of an intersection on Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles, screaming, "They're trying to kill me." He was again hospitalized, with his public relations agent citing exhaustion and dehydration as the reasons for this episode. On July 29, 1996, he tried to take a gun on a flight and received 2 years probation and a fine. In January 1997, Lawrence's Martin co-star Tisha Campbell Martin filed a lawsuit against him, alleging sexual harassment and abuse both on and off set. By April 1997, Campbell had settled the lawsuit and returned to appear in the last 2 episodes of the series. In March 1997, Lawrence was arrested after punching a man in a Hollywood nightclub. During August 1999, Lawrence slipped into a 3-day coma after collapsing from heat exhaustion while jogging in 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, heat in preparation for Big Momma's house while wearing heavy clothing and a plastic suit. He recovered in the hospital after entering a near-fatal coma due to a body temperature of 107 degrees Fahrenheit, 42 degrees Celsius, his breathing assisted by a ventilator. Martin Lawrence's career and awards. In his early days, Lawrence did comedy shows in the Washington, D.C. area and supported himself through odd jobs. Comedian Rich Snyder saw his act and suggested Lawrence make connections in New York. Lawrence ended up moving to New York City and found his way to the comedy club The Improv. Shortly after appearing at the Improv, Lawrence won a performance spot on Star Search. He did well on the show and made it to the final round, but did not win. However, executives at Columbia Pictures Television saw Martin's performance and offered him the role of Maurice Warfield in What's Happening Now. This was his first acting job. Upon cancellation of that show, Lawrence found bit parts in various films and television series. His breakthrough role was as C in Do the Right Thing. Other film roles followed, such as House Party, House Party 2, Talkin' Dirty After Dark, and the Eddie Murphy vehicle Boomerang. During this period, entertainment mogul Russell Simmons selected him to host the groundbreaking series Def Comedy Jam on HBO. Def Comedy Jam gave many comedians, including Chris Tucker, Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps, Bernie Mac, and Cedric the Entertainer, mainstream exposure. In 2006, Lawrence appeared on Inside the Actors Studio, during which Lawrence briefly brought back to life some of the characters he had portrayed on Martin. He also appeared in Open Season as the voice of Boog, one of the main characters of the film, which also starred Ashton Kutcher, Deborah Messing, and Gary Sinise. In 2008, Lawrence starred in his first G-rated film, Walt Disney Pictures' College Road Trip, in which he co-starred with Raven-Symoné. In 2011, Lawrence reprised his role as FBI agent Malcolm Turner in Big Momma's Like Father, Like Son, the third film in the Big Momma series. In January 2013, it was announced that Lawrence and Kelsey Grammer were considering pairing up to star in a comedy for Lionsgate Television. Partners paired the two actors as Chicago lawyers from vastly different backgrounds who unexpectedly meet in court on the worst day of their lives. The show premiered on August 4, 2014, but was canceled after one season after receiving poor reviews. In 2020, Lawrence reprised his role as Detective Marcus Burnett in the third installment of the Bad Boys franchise, Bad Boys for Life, again alongside Will Smith. The film was considered a financial success, grossing $112 million in its first 4 days of release. Lawrence starred in his first dramatic role in 2022's Mind Cage alongside Melissa Roxburgh and John Malkovich. On April 20, 2023, Lawrence earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such interesting content.